Hello, truckers, and welcome back to American Truck Simulator with Realistic Economy. It is a Saturday, and it's time to do some Saturday driving. Hope everyone's weekend is going well so far. We are actually in, I actually forgot technically where we're at. Oh, we're in Coast Bay, Oregon. I already got myself an external contract going down to Modesto, California. And luckily for me, the load I need is just... well, it's right there, so we can get going. I also advanced time to 6 o'clock in the morning, so rise and shine. Hello, Dustin and John. Hope both of you are having a good Saturday so far. But yeah, let's say we just get on the road, and let's get our first delivery done today. Oh, I feel a little rusty. See how it goes. Let's hitch up to this, looks like a auger wagon that we're delivering. Probably feel just like my driver, first thing in the morning, not really with it. Do I own a cab-over truck? No, this is the Freightliner Cascadia. Not many cab-overs in ATS unless you go to a modded one. See, how much does this thing weigh anyways? Oh, just 17,000? It's a lightweight. So yeah, we're on the West Coast. And I mean, really, we're on the West Coast. Sneak out here. All clear over there, Cindy. Cindy says yes. Although I don't want to trust Cindy too much. Okay. We are... What's my money up to anyways? I did not check. Oh, 66,000. So I need like another 100 grand before we can buy another truck for the St. Louis garage. And I do believe that'll be the 5th truck there. And then we'll start saving up for, well, another garage somewhere. But as for, like, cab-overs, I've driven a couple of cab-overs in Euro Truck back in the day. You're asking a lot of questions there, Dustin. I can't remember. I think this is the Detroit diesel that I got in this one. Maybe 600 horse. Somewhere around there, and I don't remember the torque. I don't remember the torque and the RPMs. I usually go for around engine with about 600 horse. And I have switched from Detroit diesels to Cumming engines to Caterpillar engines. My fuel is about 2. I'm probably going to have to need fuel by the end of the day. Well, we'll see where we get along. Probably find a gas station along the way, I would hope. Yeah, but we're literally on the coast in Oregon. Headed on down into California. Been a long time since I've been to California. California is a cruising state in a way. Basically, the top speed I can get to in California is 55. I think California just became my least favorite state only because when ATS came out back in 2016, I spent a lot of time in California because we just had California and Nevada for like the first 2 or 3 months. And then we got Arizona. And I think I just got tired of driving around California. But California's been done over so many times that, you know, it probably is, looks a lot different. World of Trucks is up to 111 million. Yeah, I think I did kind of check on that earlier before I signed in today. Right lane ends. I think I'll let this car go in front of me. And then we'll merge in. Hopefully I don't see a sign that says gas, not for another like 270 miles. I think on these type of map, where I'm on the SES maps, it's not too hard to pull off into a city and get some fuel. And there you can see the Pacific Ocean to our right. Just cruising on the coast. That's all we're going to be doing here for a while. Should not trying to be reading chat while I'm on a windy coastal road. Good morning, Dave. Welcome. What truck am I buying next? Well, it's not a truck for me. It's a truck for the St. Louis garage. And when I buy trucks for the garages, I just buy local. So I think the garage in St. Louis is Western Star. And in the early days of this series, I was buying like the cheapest trucks for my drivers. But now that the company's doing rather well, I've upgraded those trucks a little bit. And now I give my drivers a pretty decent truck, so they're able to do much better cargo, which means they get paid better. A lot of rest areas on the coast here. I mean, it's been ages since I've been down this section. And I think I remember last time we were streaming that a lot of these roads I have not been on this profile, so it was on my other profile. Which means it's been like 5 years since I've been in this area. Wonder where that postman was coming from. The ocean's right there. How much time do I got to complete this job? An hour and 56 minutes. In real time, that is, so that shouldn't be a problem. I do want to get there in this in-game day, though, and 8 o'clock should be fine. I do got the fatigue turned off still. Didn't really come into play too much before, and I've kind of gotten away, at least in the live streams that is, of driving from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. We just drive during the daylight hours now. At least we're getting a nice scenic view today. At least Cindy is. Got to keep my eyes somewhat on the road. Well, all trucks in, so we got to go in and get inspected, I suppose. Don't think I've done this before from when I enter in California from this side. Any fruits or vegetables? No, no fruits or vegetables. At least I don't think so. No cars, so we're good. This is why I love the Northwest so much. Honestly, in my opinion, SCS has done a wonderful job with the maps as each state comes out. The fact that they actually send a crew to each state when they're making the maps to take photos and all that stuff to try and make it as realistic as possible as they can. It's pretty cool. We'll let that car in because I'm thinking I might pull over here. I think there's a fuel station up ahead. And since it's on my side of the road, I may just swing in there and top off with some diesel. If it's convenient enough, which it looks like it should be. Direction light? We don't need no direction light. How much is diesel fuel in California these days? $5.11. I do run the realistic fuel prices as well. That mod gets updated about every month. And depending what state we're in, the price of diesel is different. So it's kind of interesting to see the price of diesel in each state as we travel around. I was trying to say, how much traffic is coming? The heck did I just clip? Oh, maybe that car that's right there? I guess that car thought it was their turn. I think otherwise. I think it was my turn. Is it 30 miles an hour through here? Yeah, 30 miles an hour apparently. Alright, we're good on fuel. Now, eventually, we're going to dip away from the coast. That's my loan payment. Probably still $6,012, right? One of these days it won't be. Yeah, this does look way different from what I remember Northern California being like in the early days. I think Redding, California was the most northern part we could have gone to when it came out. Came out back in 9 years ago in 2016. Is the logging truck going to go off-road here in a minute? Yeah, we'll see if when we sleep overnight. I'm not sure if it's been 2 or 3 days since our last big payday overnight. This could be that night. And if it is so, we might be buying ourselves a truck in the morning. But it all depends on what our drivers are doing. Didn't see how much I was getting paid for this job, but for those who are wondering, $18.54. And yet we are hauling an auger wagon. Doesn't weigh that much. Yeah, I think basically when Oregon came out, I went through here probably once or twice. And I'm guessing on my other profile. And then I just cruised Oregon, then Washington. Then I think Idaho came out after that. Dude, you don't have to slow down that much to switch lanes over. But he felt the need to. Makes me think maybe I should get around this logging truck. Yeah, I realize I'm going over the speed limit. Just want to get around that truck. Way station ahead. Well, just because I passed the truck, you know they're going to pull me in. Just so that truck can get back around me. That's what's going to happen. I better get over. Because they're going to pull me in. It's California after all. Oh, they gave me the green light. And where do we go after we drop off this load? Well, your guess is going to be as good as mine. We'll just check out where loads are going and see what we fancy at the time. Don't know if I want to go all the way to Southern California or not. Round and round we go. $55. I mean, it's California. 55 everywhere, basically, for us. Got a lot of cutbacks to go through up here. Oh, come on, Dunkin' Donuts. You're killing me. Oh, we do got a scenic view thing up here, and I have not viewed it before, so we'll pull over and have a little bit of a view. And that way I'll allow this Dunkin' Donuts truck to get up the hill. Hello, American Eagle. Welcome. We are hauling an auger wagon. And right now we're in Northern California. Going down to Modesto. But we're going to make a little bit of a pit stop right up here. There's a scenic view which I have not viewed before, at least on this profile, so we'll have a peek. Just gotta find the camera, which is over here. Now let's see what this is all about here. Bernie Vista Point. I mean, everyone's here taking pictures, so it must be I don't know much about the viewpoints in California too much. But it must be something. Don't think we really need to see the cars going up and down the highway, but I'd rather have a look down the valley a little bit more. Is SES going to add the new Peterbilt anytime soon? Or did you hear about Rockstar delaying GTA 6? I don't really follow GTA that much. And as for what SES is going to be doing, I have no clue either. I don't have any connections at all at SES. Alright, so Cindy got out to stretch her legs. I mean, we've been driving for about 7 hours now, so... in-game, that is. So, good time to get out and stretch her legs. Kind of like a speed trap. You come down a steep hill with a truck and the speed limit drops to 35. Seems a little cruel. Yeah, I think I'm going to try to somewhat get down, you know, maybe we'll see if we can get something going like to Southern California / Arizona, New Mexico. Kind of get through some states I have not really been to a whole lot recently. Hello, Panther Killer. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Saturday so far. Work zone. A work zone. Oh, even worse, 25. As I said before, I think 40 is about the slowest I can go before I get impatient driving through a city. Yeah. I know what those two are doing. They're trying to catch me going over the speed limit there. Looks like we're definitely hitting a lot of cutbacks today. Now, why did that truck get in the left lane for? We're getting them around him either way. Didn't really look at the route when I selected this job before the stream. Was this like a California destination? Sounds good. But we should get this auger wagon delivered today. Not, well, pretty much as the sun sets. I was going to say before the sun sets, but we're getting there roughly at 9 o'clock, so it's going to be pretty darn close. Scenic route? Definitely is a scenic route. So I think Redding was the most northern part in California when it came out. I might be mistaken on that. Are we all turning right? Oh, this is just a one-way both ways? Definitely don't remember Redding looking like this. Although I have been here in this profile, we can see some roads are yellow, which means I've been through here. I just don't remember any of it. That truck didn't even stop at the red light. Hello, Jill. I think Cindy's doing fine. She's just enjoying the scenic route that we're giving her today. That's all she's doing. Is the truck manual or automatic transmission? I am shifting. I'm doing all the shifting. I think the only time I drove automatic in ATS, well, never in I don't think I ever driven automatic in ATS. I think I only did it in Euro Truck Simulator when I first got Euro Truck back in 2012. And I probably only drove automatic for like the first maybe 5 hours of gameplay until I got used to it. But ever since then, I've been doing manual shifting. That's right, you gotta remember, even though I can do 65, we're in California, which means 55. 60, I could get a ticket, so we're gonna do 57, I think. No, not another way station. Alright, they gave me the green light at the first one, but they're not going to be another green light, are they? Of course not. And now the rain gets here. I think this will be the first two tests. I did change the tires on the truck recently, but unfortunately the rain kind of stopped when I changed the tires, so... Oh, coming in hot. I kind of hope these tires do a little bit better. I always love how sometimes they put a way station just before you get to a hill. So when you come out of the way station, it's hard to get your momentum back up. I don't know why, it just feels like every time I drive through California, and I got the cruise set for 57, it does feel like you're just kind of just like moping along. Best wife ever, not talking her head off. Well, first of all, Cindy's not my wife. She's a co-worker. And just because you can't hear doesn't mean I can't. Yeah, 57 does really feel like we're dragging our feet here. Not that I'm in a hurry, it just feels like I got an anchor behind me just dragging us down. Just trying to get back over that lane as soon as I can, because I'm probably holding up traffic. So when does she drive? She doesn't drive. She takes care of the books. She's in charge of my log. She's in charge of finding us a rest area. I don't know, maybe even making my meals as I'm driving. She deals with all the, how many drivers do I got? 30, 32, 33 drivers now, whatever it is. She handles all their problems. That's your job description. Oh, Alicia bringing in like 13,000. Man, those drivers are really, really bringing the cash lately. $155 miles out, so start looking for signs that say Modesto. We'll drop this trailer off and we'll skip to the night, and we'll find a load like Southern California / like the Arizona, aka Phoenix, something like that. As I drag race this other truck. It's not much of a drag race. Part of me says, I'll just speed up and get around it, but no, my luck, the second I step on the throttle, there's probably a cop behind me, and I'll get a ticket. Sacramento. I remember way back in the early days traveling through Sacramento. Yeah, it was kind of rough driving through town. Wow, they've really done this over. It's funny, I can remember the way it was 9 years ago. But maybe not the way it was like 5 years ago when I came through here. Wish the game was on a console. I'm not too sure if I ever heard why they haven't brought the game to console. It could be just the engine that they made that it runs on would not be good for console. I'm not sure. I guess it's going to be really hard to test out these tires if they're good in the wet weather. Only because I'm just not driving fast enough to see how it handles on curves and such. I mean, at this speed, it's not noticing any difference whatsoever. Crop duster flying overhead in the rain, of all things. Actually, the way the weather is in ATS right now is the same weather I have in my house. It's kind of a cloudy, grayish, rainy day. I guess the one thing about driving through California and I can only do 55 is I don't really... I mean, the only vehicles I'm going to be passing are other trucks. That's about it. I'm assuming... I may have taken the wrong road there. I'm not too sure if I did or didn't. Thought I turned where I was supposed to. But it looks like GPS changed its mind after I went through the intersection, so I'm guessing I didn't quite take the right turn somewhere. I was kind of busy looking at the road signs, looking for Modesto. But I didn't see it, so I may have missed it. Coming on over, dude. I mean, I was kind of over there already, but coming over even more. That's why I'm sometimes not sure about the AI traffic. I'm not sure why that... Oh, maybe that car in front of us merged on from the off-ramp there. Maybe that's why they got in the left lane. Don't want to get out and pass this trucker because I'm only 40 miles out. And my off-ramp could be coming up rather soon. It's like it's starting to rain a little bit harder. We'll speed up the wipers a little bit. Not like it was really making a difference anyways. Yeah, so someone mentioned it last week, and I just noticed it myself. I was looking at the train. I think they were mentioning about graffiti on buildings. Because it's on the train. I saw some graffiti on a train cart there. Just follow this guy, I think. No, they're going straight through, but I'm turning. One thing I'm going to check just real quick, because the game did update. I just want to make sure my lights are on. Yes, they are still on, okay. Sometimes when the game updates, it'll turn your lights off. I don't want to be getting a ticket driving without my lights on. Now the rain's going to stop just as the sun sets. And my day's over, pretty much. Hello, Dactyl. Welcome. Oh, that was you that mentioned the graffiti. Perfect timing. The sun's setting and we're getting to our delivery point. Making sure I sneak in the fence here. I can see my parking spot. I'm just not quite sure the approach I want to take. So what we're going to do is we're going to get out and walk around, aka use dev controls. I think if I pull up here and then wiggle my butt into here, that's what we'll do. Alright, so kind of a blind backing in a little bit. We'll see how I do here. Never noticed that on the trains before, the graffiti? I've seen the graffiti on the trains before. I just stopped paying attention to it, and for some reason today it looked... Wait, new passage detected? Wait, did I just discover a road here? Let me drive a little bit more forward. Got a trailer just on the other side of Cindy's door. It's a boat. I am not good at doing the blind spot backing in, so right now I'm just trying to get it somewhat in here, and then we'll square ourselves up. So I wasn't that far off. Alright, like a glove. So, 636 mile trip that was. We're just going to hit continue. I do want to look at the world map for a second. So I thought it said new passage discovered. I'm not sure where that road goes, but we're probably going to take it because I'm kind of curious. Let's go ahead and skip to morning. So just go... And we want to go to 6 a.m. So it should be Friday morning at 6 a.m. And like always lately, it's raining in the morning. I'm not going to look at jobs yet. I want, because I have no idea where this road goes. And we do wake up with 144,000 in the bank account. Is it just going to go all the way to... It might just go all the way to Blue Diamond. Oh, that's the wrong button. So before I do, if it just goes that way, let me go ahead and see what we got for jobs. Because I might be picking one up here. There is one at Blue Diamond. I think that's where we're going. That goes to Utah. There's one in Bakersfield. It's Modessa to Modessa. I mean... I'm actually thinking about taking... Let me just look at the world map. That was ADM I came from. ADM to Blue Diamond. It says Modessa and Modessa. I could just take it along this route. Let's see if that job is still there. Probably not now. Nope, I think it disappeared. All right, let's just drive on through here, and then we'll see if I can get one leaving Blue Diamond going somewhere. I mean, I assume this road comes out in Blue Diamond, so this is a hidden road not on the map until you discover it, so... Right now I'm just driving through an orchard. So the road splits off in two different directions? I assume it just goes to Blue Diamond anyways. I can't see this going out to the interstate. Alright, well that's kind of interesting. Not the best secret road that we have found before. Alright, now we'll see what we got for jobs. External contracts, let's see what we got here. So we're at Blue Diamond, so if I can find one from there, that'd be good. Utah, this could be a moment for me to find what we're looking for. There's one to Nevada. I mean, that's a possible one I could take. Eureka is back north. Truckee is north. Redding, we just went through. Santa Cruz. There's one to LA. From Blue Diamond. Discaros. We'll take that one. Hello, Anita, and welcome. And he just kind of saw how you get your next job. You just go to the job market and look for one. I mean, there's multiple ways to look for a job. Ooh, an articulated trailer. Oh. I better not have to back this sucker in when I get to LA, because that's going to be a problem. This weighs 26,000 pounds, so it's a lightweight. Hopefully I can go around this way. Not really. And boy, I'm not sure if I can get through. Why'd it have to be an articulated trailer system? Hopefully I can get through this building. Alright, easy peasy. Where's the actual gate to get out of here? Can't really see any traffic. All right. LA, here I come. And it's definitely been a while since I've been to LA, I think. So I think we'll probably get back on the I-5. When parking articulated trailers, ATS don't give backup options. Just trying to think if they do sometimes. I don't think I've ever had to back up an articulated trailer system before. Because we all know how well I can back up articulated trailers. Which is not well at all. Get me over the railroad tracks, please, before another train comes along. See if I can get to... I think I should be able to get to LA with the fuel that we got. Alright. Let's kick up some dust. Not a whole lot of dust, but we'll kick up some dust. Get this load to LA, and then we'll head out of California and not visit California again for another 3 or 4 years. At least that's the way it seems like. It is a nice drive, though. Looks really nice around here. And I'm guessing by the end of this in-game day, the way the money's kind of looking, we might be able to buy ourselves the 5th truck for the St. Louis garage. Which, in a way, we fill up that garage rather quickly. Still think it'll be rather cool, but I'm not sure if SCS will ever bring it to the game or not. But when I first started playing Euro Truck Simulator, I say when I first started, but after I got many hours under my belt, I created a paint schemes for my trucks that I owned, because I thought I would be able to see my own drivers on the road. And after getting like 200 drivers on my Euro Truck Simulator profile, I was like, I still haven't seen one of my trucks on the road. And I think I was watching Squirrel's stream and someone asked a question, and then he answered it because he got the answer from SCS. No, you cannot see your own drivers on the road, which kind of sucks. So I think it'd be kind of awesome just to be traveling along and also see one of your, or pull up beside one of your own trucks, be like, oh, wait a minute, that's one of my trucks. Wait, is there a scenic view up ahead? Wait, what is that of, and how do I get there? Or is it something I take a picture of? If I go to photo gallery, is something I can take a photo of, or what is it? It was kind of like showing like the camera might be right there somewhere, but I don't see it. Not sure what it is. Oop. Yeah, it's like right there. Must be in that camping store area. Well, I'm not getting off the interstate to go see that one. Not with an articulated trailer system, because if I have to back up somewhere, that's doomsday for me. LA said, I thought this said LA 196, but I must have misread that because I got 274 miles before. I am going to LA, right? Well, I'm going to the port of LA. But I mean, I guess driving through California, if you're looking just to really relax, even more so, and just drive around, California is the state to do it in. I'm actually surprised I may actually have to pass a car, because I think cars can do 65, 70 in California. Come on, fire truck. Alright, fire truck, I gave you the opportunity, but I'm going to cut you off at this point. Seems like lately a lot of the external contracts I'm doing, I'm taking a lot of farming equipment. This nice steady drive on down to LA. That time of the morning where I gotta do my loan payment. Bakersfield. Boy, this city looks a lot different than I remember too. The amount of times I drove through Bakersfield in the early days. So tempting just to speed up to like 65 or something. But I'll be getting a lot of speeding tickets by doing that. Is that cement truck doing the Jake brake? Because it's definitely not me. All trucks must use bypass. Well, I think that includes me. Part of me thinks of, well, I don't think that road's actually there. I think I would have hit invisible wall. But part of me thinks, what happens if why I can't take that road in real life? I assume that's why it's there. Wait, so we're just merging all back out into the same road? Or do I gotta stay in this lane? I think I'm supposed to stay in that right-hand lane, but, yeah, not today. If that's the case, you think maybe I'd get a ticket for driving over here, but we'll see what happens. And so far, nothing has happened about getting a ticket, but I think that lane is no longer just a truck lane. Harry P has leveled up. Me and Harry P have been through some good times and some bad times. Alright, so we need the Los Angeles port. Ooh, I think I need to be going... Ooh, I think there's a car on the right-hand side of me. There was. I mean, that sign up there said LA that way, and there's another one that said LA this way, so wasn't sure which LA I needed to go to. Definitely a lot different than when ATS came out, driving through California. I think I missed a gear there. Heard my transmission not liking that too much. So nothing really saying Los Angeles Port. I think that's like the third time in the past 10 minutes I've cut off a vehicle because I need to get over to the correct lane. There's Long Beach. But we do have another 60 miles to go. A lot of trash on the side of the road there. Don't know what happens if I were to drive over that. Don't want to find out either. I do think from what I'll earn, which is not going to be a whole lot, $1,000 at most. Oh, 1,600. That's not bad. And what our drivers have earned, we should be able to get our 5th truck with ease here. So after we deliver this, we'll just slap together a Western Star truck, get it delivered, hire ourselves another driver, and then we'll start saving up for another garage somewhere. I may actually pick one in the Northwest, because I think we don't have any garages up there. Well, I think we've reached the port. Well, a port. And yep, it is a port that we are going to. Round and round we go. Now I just gotta cross all these lanes, huh? Wow, it's been a long time. From what I remember coming to the ports, it used to be just like taking a side road. And basically it was just like a circular road that went down to the port, and that was pretty much it. I'm just following the truck that's in front of me. It's what you do if you've never been somewhere. Just follow someone that looks just like you. So we'll just follow the other truck. I'm not sure what I'm stopping for. Is there a gate here? I don't see one. There's a gate here, though. Don't think I really need to stop. We'll get out in front of that truck. Now I just got to find where I'm dropping this off. At the big port. It's almost like driving in the caves in Missouri. Are you stopping? No? Okay. You do have a stop there, but I didn't think you were going to stop. Not another truck coming, I hope. Am I going down? One of these alleys I got to be going down. Well, that one's got chains going across it, so probably not that one. And it's this one right here. And yep, just got to pull straight enough in, which should not be a problem. A little bit more, I guess. There we go. Park and brake engine and decouple. And then we'll spend a whole bunch of cash. Let's see. Services, truck dealers. So yeah, we're going to go to the St. Louis dealership, which is Western Star. Buy online. And we'll just select on that truck there. Configuration. Let's see. What chassis? You're starting them off with a 6x2? No, we want a 6x4. That way they can take more heavy cargo. Sure. Alright, that's good. Engine-wise, I think for a few extra bucks, we'll give them a 550. Don't think that changed much of anything. What about a 560? It's not really changing anything on it, but you know what? Money is money. We'll spend it. And the next big thing is the transmission. Uh, 18 speed retarder. What does that do? I mean, it puts our stats up quite a bit on everything, so we'll do that. For 166,000, I do believe I got that much money. Oh, I got 178. We can do that. Oh, we got to change the paint color, though. That's terrible. Green. Why not? I don't know if I got another truck that's green or not in that garage. Have no idea. Confirm it. Purchase it. Looks like I do get another green truck there. I mean, surprise, surprise. Green's kind of like my favorite color, so. All right, and now we got to go ahead and get ourselves a driver for that truck. And, well, Martin P's got some good skills, but nothing in distance. I do prefer distance if we can find one, but if not, then I'll just hire Martin P. I'm looking for at least 2. All right, we're just going to go ahead and get Martin P. because they got a lot of skills in fragile, high value, and also some flammable liquids that they can transport. So they got some options. And the first couple skill points they get, they should put them into long distance, I do believe. So we'll hire them. And you go there. Another driver on the road. Speaking of another driver on the road, let's see what we got out of the port in LA. What's the name of the company that we're actually at? That's what I gotta see. Because I don't want to have to drive all the way back to LA. It's actually just called the Port of Long Beach. That should have been that should have been a dead giveaway. Utah, there's one to San Diego, which is not far. Stockton. I'm looking for something out of California at this point. Now, we'd like to get one right here at the port. Well, there's one to Missouri. That's a heck of a drive. Fresno. Back up to Washington. Nothing going over to Arizona yet. California. Oh, there we go. Los Angeles to Fort Smith. Oh, no, that's it's not Arizona. It's going to be Arkansas. Not AR. I need AZ. AZ is Arizona. Well, there's one to Utah. Well, it's not quite up, through Arizona, but, it is Utah. Yeah, well, I think we'll just take some milk up to Utah to Cedar City. Because we're at the port and I don't want to be driving all the way back to LA. Not sure what you're saying there, Dustin. Which for a second driver? I don't know where my load is going to be here. Maybe we'll have a look around for it so I know where I'm going. It's going to be hiding behind one of these other, all this cargo here. Wait, is it flashing right where I am at? No, it can't be. It's not far from our truck. Oh, there it is. Alright. Let's go grab it. Wait, I'm coming in from the wrong side. Gotta love it. Yep, just backing right out in traffic. Hopefully no one was coming. Second driver for second new truck. Well, I don't have the money to buy another truck. I only got 11 grand. So another tandem is what we're grabbing. And how much does this weigh? 46. So a little bit more than the average trailer, but not by a whole lot. Oh, I can't drive through there? I was just going where the AI truck went before. Alright. So I can't go where the AI truck went. Not sure what we're really stopping here for, so I'm just going to roll on through. But one of these are going to have a gate, I'm sure. Stop is just a suggestion here at the port. Man, imagine having to stop at every one of these checkpoints just to get in and out of a port. Does seem kind of weird taking a tanker of milk from the port. Wonder how long that tanker's been sitting out in the sun. Wait, which way? All this crisscrossing got me confused there for a moment. So wait, I gotta go back over here. Okay, so this is where this is where I was not long ago. I gotta get all the way over now. Man, let's get out of LA. Going to jump in the middle lane. Seem like a lot of cargo gates. It's quite a few of them. Wonder if this is a scenic picture that I might be able to take with a city in the background. You never know. And, well, it's not showing up as yellow. It is Long Beach. What about the port? I guess the port is not a scenic thing to be taking a picture of. Let's change the time of day so the sun's on my side of the truck. So it looks a little bit better. Showing up the truck a little bit more. Take a picture of the port in the background. Get one of Long Beach. Let me change it to the afternoon so the sun's on this side of the truck. Yeah, sometimes when you drive past the city, it's a gallery shot or whatever it is they call it. So it does bring us down, right down to 10,000, but we're good. We are fine. Our drivers will get on the road and start earning us more cash. We'll have to have Cindy check in a little while of where we're going to rest up for the night, because I'm not going to drive in the dark. I'm not going to drive on through to, is it Cedar City? Cedar City in Utah. Not going to get there until just before midnight, and I'm going to drive in the dark. So now basically I need like 300,000 before I spend any more cash, because I don't have a garage for any more trucks to go to. So we got to buy a garage, and then we can buy our trucks. So might as well wait until I got 300 grand. Won't be today though. Oh, was I not supposed to take that? Alright, not taking that part of the road, I'm taking this road. And I suffered no damage whatsoever. That just spit me right on over to this lane. It's like, no, you don't want that lane. You want this lane. Yeah, right there, Cindy. That's an eye-opener. But that's what you get for driving with the notifications of what roads you can and can't take turned off. Let me look at the map here so I can see what cities I'm driving through. I mean, we're just going through LA, but I need to be going towards Barstow. Barstow, then Vegas. probably should have looked for a rest area when I was on that map, but I'll do in a couple more hours, in-game hours. Try to find a rest area with a fuel station as well. And now I hit a car. Where did that car come from? I did not see that car at all until I heard the noise. Well, this is going great the last few minutes. Thing is, I didn't get a fine for getting into an accident either. How did the cargo hold up? The cargo took no damage. Trailer didn't take no damage either. California's starting to treat me like Houston, Texas does. I'm just going to look for the Welcome to Nevada sign. That's that's at this point, that's what I'm looking for. Now, Vegas, when we go through that, when ATS came out in 2016, like an idiot, that's where I put my headquarters, because I thought that would be cool. And I learned pretty quickly that Vegas is not a great spot for your headquarters, because in the early days, every road in Vegas was 25 miles an hour. And it took forever to drive around Vegas. Yeah, so I got 3 or 4 more hours before it gets dark. Can I get... Oh, wow. I'm pretty much going to have to go all the way... Oh, there is no rest area anywhere. A rest area with a fuel station. I mean, I guess here is the farthest, but it's going to be more... Yeah, it's more than 3 hours. This one might be not too bad. 3 hours and 14 minutes. So, Prim. We'll go to Prim. I'll stay in my truck lane as long as I don't have to slow down for anyone. Yeah, so usually when I hire a driver, I always try to find one, hopefully with a couple of points in long distance driving. This gives them better opportunities to find more loads going to or from places. But if I can't find a driver with that, then I try to find one that has skill points at least in high value and fragile cargo, because you need at least one skill point in those categories for them to be able to take those kind of deliveries. At least by being in St. Louis, there's plenty of cities close by to where they should be able to get some loads going back and forth. And as soon as they get one skill point in long distance, that's going to open up a whole bunch of areas for them. Well, even going through Barstow definitely has changed quite a bit. Vegas, yes. Give me the signs that say Vegas, and I know what lane to get into without having to stare at my GPS constantly. I remember going through Barstow just on a 2-lane road, and that was pretty much all we had. Got a train on the tracks above, just sitting there. I had to do a double take. I looked at my side mirror and I was like, wait a minute, where's my trailer? Trailer is that much narrower than the truck. It's hiding back there. It's going to be kind of weird going from California to Nevada, where California, I can only do 55 max, and we'll get to Nevada, where some areas, at least I used to be able to do 80 in some areas. Maybe not in southern Nevada, but northern Nevada, like on I-80, I think we could do 80 miles an hour. Yeah, not a whole lot to see out here. Kind of reminds me a little bit like the northern part of the coast to coast map. A little bit. Yeah, rest area is here, but not the one we want. I need one with fuel pumps. truck lane, I suppose I'll get over, but there's actually a car in my lane. Get out of my lane, dude. For slow vehicles. It's only for trucks and slow vehicles because I can only do 55. You just wait until I get to Vegas, or in Nevada. I think the interstate going through Vegas now, we can do more than 25, I hope. It's been a while. Low on fuel. Well, usually that means I can go about another 200 miles, and I'm not going that far unless I happen to miss my rest area. So is this just a left-hand turn? Is it actually like an off-ramp? Not really sure I know what to expect to get to this rest area. So now that we're in Nevada, we'll see how much fuel is in Nevada compared to California, which was like $5 and something. That car could have went through that light, but no. Want to hold me up. And when we rest through the night, just got another 200 miles to go to Cedar City. Probably should have gotten that right-hand lane, but I thought that was a right-hand turn-only lane. don't think I've ever been to this rest area before. Do see people taking pictures of it. I wonder if that means something. $3.84 for diesel in Nevada, so like $1.25 cheaper per gallon. She's not impressed. If you're talking about Cindy, no, she's never impressed with anything. Alright, so we're not really hitting a snooze button. I'm just going to advance time with the dev controls. Get to 6 a.m. Alright, you know what? If I do rest, it's because it's 8 o'clock, it's going to be 6:06. We'll just rest. Makes it easy enough. I just did some math. I'm like, wait a minute, it's 8 o'clock? That should be perfect timing for morning. So we wake up with $37,000 in the bank account. Fort Arcade. Well, I'm here. I don't know when I'll be back again, so I'm going to see if this is a photo opportunity. What am I stuck on? Am I stuck on the fence? I can't move the camera. I'm stuck on the fence. All right, let's try that again. I think that's the second time that's happened to me. I didn't know you could get stuck on... Okay, I'm still stuck on the fence. Maybe get out of it completely? There we go. I can move again. Yes, I'm not really sure, but I mean, there was someone else taking a picture of it, so we'll just take a picture of it ourselves. Let's get the sun up a little bit more. Alright. Let's go get this milk delivered. I don't know nothing about that hotel there. Been to Vegas. I've driven through Prim. Or Prime. I don't know how they actually pronounce it. It might be Prime, but looks like Prim. But anyways, yeah, I've been to Vegas. I've driven through Prim. In real life, that is. So exactly 200 miles to go. When I get to Cedar City, I'm looking for General Mills. Always wonderful when you're sitting at a red light and there's no other traffic at the intersection but you. Nevada hills. Speed limit here is not going to be 55, but since I'm doing external contract, the max I can actually go is 65. So I'll pop the cruise control right there. I'm guessing those planes might be going into Vegas. Man, it's been ages since I've even been through Vegas. Now, for those who remember when ATS came out, Vegas, pretty much every road in Vegas was 25 miles an hour. I know they updated this a long time ago, but I don't come through here as much. As I said, when I started ATS when it came out, Vegas was my headquarters. I was trying to get it centralized to where, because Arizona, I think came out maybe a month or two after ATS came out. So I was trying to centralize my headquarters to where I was in the center of everything. Although we have been here in this profile, so... I've been through here in the past 4 years at least. And we'll be in Utah before you know it. At least has 65, other than 55 in California. At least feels like I'm moving at a good pace. 55 just felt like we were dragging our feet. Oh, I'm technically in Arizona? I said, welcome to Arizona. That's why it's only 55 down through there, Peanut. You gotta slow down a little bit. If the traffic in front of you doesn't slow you down, the corners will. Going up a slight incline. How much does this weigh again? Yeah, 46,000. Alright. Makes sense. Welcome to Utah. And you're not going to pull me in, are you? Didn't think so, because I'm from Utah. Not in real life, I'm just saying that's where my headquarters is. My headquarters on this profile is in Salt Lake City. They saw the Utah plate on my truck and like, ah, he's good. So there's a couple more minutes and we'll be in Cedar City. And we'll look for General Mills and we'll drop off this tanker of milk. Let that car merge on in. Hello, Skender. Welcome. Hope you are having a good Saturday and those tomatoes are not whipping your butt too much today. It's too bad they don't have the runaway truck ramps. They do have the runaway truck ramps on some roads. I don't know if you can technically use them. And if you do, then I would assume you get stuck on them because you're going to be driving into sand. Sand or gravel or whatever it is they use in some areas. Well, I have seen the truck runoff ramps before. I can't tell you where because I don't know, but I've seen them. Cedar City is right in front of us. I can see our destination on the GPS, barely, but it's there. Next exit is ours. It's our loan payment. Oh, it's one of these off-ramp areas. I don't see many of these in real life where I'm at, so every time I come across one, it takes me a moment. In-N-Out Burger. Burger sounds good right about now. Hello, Nick. Welcome. $17.73 for this delivery of milk. Oh, already over the speed limit. What's the speed limit here? 35? Okay, so it's not 35. Well, now it's 45. I'm guessing 30 or 25, I guess. No cops around, so we're good. And here we are at General Mills. After we wait for the train. The way the GPS is showing, it's almost like I'm turning on the train tracks themselves. Cindy, do you see our drop-off area? Oh, I actually see the drop-off area. Alright, so with a stoplight up ahead, I gotta make sure with this line of traffic that I don't get stopped over the tracks. I wonder if any of the AI traffic is actually stopped on the tracks right now. Nope, I'm not going over the tracks. My back end will be right over them. "96 feet between tracks and highway." Is someone honking their horn at me? Better not be. I'll throw this sucker in reverse. I think they're honking their horn at me. Morons. Alright, so at least I know where I gotta go with the trailer. Because I saw the drop-off point. And we'll sneak the cab into this little section here. It's a loud train whistle. There we go. Parking brake. Turn off the engine decouple. Are you doing another delivery after this? No, I'm probably going to call it like right here anyways. I do got to get some recordings done for the upcoming week. And of course I got some other stuff I need to attend to as well. I'm pretty sure our driver... how many drivers are we up to now? 36. Up to 36 drivers. And you didn't level up at all overnight. I mean, he's been here one day. But he's delivering back and forth to Jonesboro. So yeah, he's doing about 250 miles back and forth. So eventually once he gets himself a skill point, he'll be able to take longer deliveries. And longer deliveries, more experience. More experience means he'll level up quicker. But yeah, we're up to 36 drivers currently, which is... I think originally when I started this series, I said about 20 drivers is probably the most we'll have. And I've almost doubled it. But what we're going to be doing, because if I do garage purchases... Yeah, I don't got nothing up here in the Northwest. So right now, we're kind of, when a state comes out, we try to buy a garage in a state when it comes out now. But I think what we're going to try to do is get a garage in every state. Because the money's going to be coming in faster and faster. So I already got one in California, Sacramento. Yep, we got one in Arizona. Got our one in Utah. We got two in Colorado. I was thinking about maybe counting Alamosa as New Mexico. But yeah, we should work up here. So I'll probably buy one. I mean, Seattle seems like the most logical place to get one because there's a lot of cargo there that our drivers can take stuff to and from. So that might be the next one. I don't think I mean, we should get enough money by then before... what's the next state? Might be Iowa? I think Iowa was announced after Missouri, then Louisiana, and then Illinois. So, I mean, I think this would be the next state. I really would like to see the Dakotas come out. But that's just my opinion. So, yeah, we'll probably buy a garage next in Seattle. Which, by the way, is $150,000. Then I need about 150,000 for a decent truck. So yeah, we need about 300 grand before I spend any more money. But yeah, we are ending our day. In case you don't know where we're currently at, if you don't know the U.S. that well, we are in Cedar City, Utah. If I scroll out, you can see where we are. We started our day up in Coos Bay, and we went on down to, where did I go to? Oh, Modesto. We drove down to Modesto, then to Port in L.A., and then we came up here to Cedar City. So not too bad. Not too bad. And where we go from here? Well, I'm not sure. Have no idea. Maybe Nevada. As you can see, I don't really, on this profile, I haven't driven a lot in Nevada, so maybe I'll find something there, but only time will tell. But me and Cindy are going to get out and stretch our legs. And but yeah, we're going to call the stream there for today. I have no video out for tomorrow as of yet. And I got to get next week's episode recorded for Penye and some other stuff as well. And also I got to look at a couple of other games to see if I want to do videos on them or not. Got some keys yesterday, so I got to check those out. And I got to get set for being back on Dark Forest on Monday. So streaming on Monday, back on Dark Forest. Got to check out a couple of mods and see if we want to use them there. And get back involved in the fishy business, the crawfish and fish. So I have to see. But appreciate everyone showing up today. Watch me drive around the West Coast. If you haven't done so yet and want to help me out a little bit more, thumbs up buttons down there. Don't forget that if you could help me out. Thumbs down buttons there as well. You can hit that if you'd like to. But leave me comments to why, so make the streams better for you next time. And yeah, if you're new here and you want to see more content like this, you might want to think about that subscribe or notification bell. But yeah, for tomorrow, I don't know if I'll have an episode out tomorrow or not on anything. I'm not too sure yet. But I'll be back streaming on Monday. If you did want to see some farming, I did release an episode of Penye out earlier this morning, so you can check that out if you'd like to. But yeah, I'll be back streaming on Monday on Farming Sim 25 on the map Dark Forest, and hopefully I'll see you then. But until then, have a good one.